Hello fam, you are welcome back. If you are here for the first time, my name is Janine. I share faith-based content and practical tips to overcome life challenges. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my journey to healing from childhood wounds or trauma as somebody who grew up in a broken home. I'm sharing my story because I know that there are many children who are suffering in their parents' hands and many adults who are struggling in life because of the kind of experiences they had in their childhood. So I'm just here to help and let everybody who is experiencing childhood trauma that it's gonna be okay. There is a way out of everything you can be dealing with. So the problems at home started when my dad decided to cheat on my mom. After a few years of their marriage, we were still quite young, but I remember that things were not okay. This whole experience left my mom shattered. She became bitter, and she was really young, if I can say. She just didn't know how to take this situation. It was really bad. So my dad decided to marry another wife, and my mom couldn't take it. Though they didn't separate as such, but what I know is that home became like a danger zone. I remember I could go to school and play with other kids or play in the streets with other kids, but the moment I come home, home felt like a dangerous place. Home didn't feel safe. I didn't want to go home because all I knew was my mom couldn't even smile. My mom was just bitter. She could just throw words here and there. Her words and actions always reminded us that our dad has abandoned us. It was really a terrible experience. I never wanted to go home, even though I had to go home. I just didn't want to face my mom since she's the parent. She's the only parent we saw like every day. My dad used to come home occasionally since he worked away from home and he had another wife. So after working, he would go to the other wife. Even if my mom and dad didn't divorce, but honestly, the tensions at home were visible. So because of my mom's toxic behaviors, I started hating my dad. Like, I wanted nothing to do with him. I just knew that he's evil, he's my enemy. I saw nothing in him. I saw nothing good in him. And to be honest, it's like I didn't even mind seeing him dead. That's how I hated him. I just didn't want to see him. All I knew was that he abandoned us. All I knew is that he hates us. All I knew that he hurt my mom, and this really affected me deeply in my heart. So when I started hating him, I didn't want to see him at all. But the situation became worse when my dad chased me away from home. My dad chased me home because of what I've done, because I broke the door of their bedroom, basically the locker of the door of their bedroom. What happened is that, as usual, my mom and dad were having arguments and problems, so many issues. And then my dad decided to lock the door of their bedroom. Then he left to his second wife. When I saw it, I was furious. I was fuming. I was so angry. I was like, there's no way my dad can do this. At this point, I was already a teenager. I was in grade 10, if I'm not mistaken. So I was like, I'm going to break this locker. I'm going to open this room. This is unacceptable. So I decided to break that locker and the room was open. I did this because I felt like it was so unfair for my mom. My mom was left outside. She didn't even have extra clothes. It was bad for me to see her suffering in such a way. I thought I was helping my mom so that she can get access to her clothes, to the things which were in their bedroom. And also, I wasn't happy with seeing my mom sleeping in the other room in our house when I used to see them sleeping together in one room. So I wasn't happy with this whole situation. So when I opened this room, I went to my dad's mom, my grandmother, and I told her everything which happened. And of course, my grandma informed him, and a few days later, my dad came back home. He called children, those who were old enough to understand what was going on. He asked who did it, and me, with eyes filled with tears, I told him that it's me who opened the door. So we exchanged few words, and I remember him telling me to pack all my belongings and leave home. At that point, I couldn't believe what was happening. I didn't know that things would become that bad. So it was on a Sunday morning. What I remember, I didn't even go to church. I just left home with nothing. I was wandering in village. I don't even remember where I ate on that day. So I told myself that, okay, let me leave home at this point. Maybe he's so angry, but in the evening, I will come back home. At that time, he will be fine. So for the whole day, I was wandering in village. In the evening, I came back home, and it was night, so we slept. Around 9 p.m., my dad came back home, and I thought that nothing will happen. So when he came back home, he called my twin sister. By this time, we were already sleeping. He called my twin sister and asked her where I was. So because we were sleeping together, my twin sister kept quiet for the first time. My dad called her again, asking her where I was. And my twin sister told him that I was there, I was sleeping there. So my dad came straight in our room. At that time, we didn't have a door on our bedroom. We only had a curtain. So he came in our room. He emphasized on the fact that he told me that I should leave home. My God, I don't even know what was happening. I couldn't believe what was happening. So I have to leave at that night because he was becoming angry and aggressive. I left. It was dark in village. I remember I was crying like I couldn't believe. But this action, this experience really reinforced that hatred I had towards him. And I was like, when I will grow up, when I'll grow up and have something, I'm going to fix him. So I had this hatred. I had these ideas of revenging. I know that one day, if God blesses me, I'm going to go back to him and honestly revenge and show him that whatever he has done was very wrong. So when he chose me from home, I went to my mom's mom, my other grandma, and stayed there for about a month. After a month, I came back home. I used to go to school from my grandma, my mom's mother. So after a month, I came back from home. At this time, he didn't chase me away, but it was like pure attention, pure hatred. We were like real enemies. Now he knew that I hated him. Like, we used not to even speak. We could meet and you would never know that he's my dad. Like, you wouldn't even know that we know each other. That's how much we hated each other. I really don't know if he hated me or it was just me telling myself things that my dad hated me, because at some point I even thought that he can even harm me. But then things which made me believe that my dad actually hated me is because he could buy clothes for my other siblings, but he wouldn't buy for me. He would buy school books for them, stationery for them, but he wouldn't include me. And then I concluded that, okay, so this man hates me. At some point, I started wondering if he was my real dad. But since we were twins, I have a twin sister, I couldn't understand how he can be nice to one and be hostile to another. I couldn't understand that. Even our neighbors, family members, because family members came to know what was happening at home. Not only they had problems with my mom, they also had problems with me. When they heard what was happening, they couldn't believe. They were like, these children are twins. How come you are only favoring one, but another one you are regarding her as your enemy? No one could understand. There were many family meetings which were conducted for them to try to reconcile us, also to reconcile mom and dad, but nothing was coming out. Imagine a parent and a child facing each other. it was terrible, seriously. The situation, I cannot even describe in details how it was. What I know is that home didn't feel safe for me. What I know is that home felt like a dangerous place for me. I was not happy. I wasn't free. Many times I wondered why I was even born in that family. Many times I wondered why I had these kind of parents. And as I told you earlier, my mom became so bitter, and her words, her actions always reminded us that our dad has abandoned us. Yes, I'm so grateful because my mom sticked around. She worked so hard to provide for us. I don't remember any day we slept with empty stomachs. We ate, we had the roof on our heads, we had pretty much everything a child can ask for except emotional needs. We didn't have any emotional support. It's like we were left without guidance. My mom was struggling mentally, emotionally. My dad barely came home. It was really bad. I don't even want to remember this. What I know is that no child deserves to grow up in that environment. Now I understand that a child needs more than food. A child needs more than someone he can call a parent. A child needs an environment which is healthy him for him to be able to express himself, because there are many things which have happened to me in my childhood of which my parents don't even know about it, because I never shared it with them, since I never felt safe and comfortable to share it with them. But till today they don't even know about it, which they deserve to know, because it wasn't good experiences I had in life. I was being abused outside the home, yet I couldn't come home and tell them what was happening to me because of all these fears and hatred and tensions which were going on. And again, as usual, when parents have problems at home, children become victims, because parents get so focused on their own issues until they are not there to listen to their children's needs, until they are not there to really get involved in their children's life. A lot has happened to me, but my parents were not aware of it. I couldn't think of telling them what was happening to me because I was afraid, because I thought nobody was there for me. Fast forward now, can I say I'm okay? Yeah, I'm okay since when I received Jesus Christ. I can say that things have been okay. I learned to forgive my dad. However, I just want to say that some days are hard. Some days are difficult to deal with. When all these things were happening, I thought I was fine. I thought I didn't need my dad. I thought, it was okay for me to live like that. But now as I grow up, I just realize how much I need my parents. I just realize the void I have in me. Sometimes I wish I had this close relationship with my parents. Yes, I speak to them, we really hold conversations, but we don't have that relationship of father and daughter, or daughter and mother relationship. Like, I can be going through fire and still not think of sharing it with them. I feel like there is a tie which has been broken, which I wish it wasn't like that. I wish I was close to my parents. I wish I had this courage to go to my mom and tell her that this and this and that. But I know that they've changed. I think now they're settling their matter, and my mom has accepted whatever happened. But I feel like they are not a safe place for me. They are still not a safe place for me, of which I wish they were. Now, this can be my own problems. It can be that they don't have that in them. And since I accepted Jesus Christ and started working with the Lord, I remember the first thing the Holy Spirit had me do was apologizing to my dad, to my parents. Now we speak, we don't have any issue, but I am still healing. And as I said, some days are harder. Sometimes I feel like I have a wound in my heart, but I get comforted with the word in the Bible. There's a scripture in the Bible which I came across that says, even if my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will take me up. When I read this scripture, I remember crying out with my eyes filled with tears, like, God, heal me then. Take me up, because I am suffering. It felt like there was a wound in my heart. Now, sometimes when you are sharing your story to people who really don't understand how you are feeling, they start telling you that, hey, the past is gone, now you are saved, you're a new creation, you have to get over that. I really wish it was easy to just get over that, just like that. You know, I also believe that I was healed and I was suppressing my feelings the way I was feeling, until I said, no, I cannot keep on running away from these feelings. I have to confront them and tell the Lord that, God, I'm not doing okay. This is how I'm feeling. I feel like there's a wound. I feel like there's a void in me. I need my parents' love. Yes, in those days, I thought I was okay because I was facing that issue. I thought, okay, I had all I needed. I was given school fees. My mom was paying my school fees. I had stationery. I had food. I had everything. And I thought that I was okay. But now I realized that no, it wasn't supposed to be like that. Our relationship wasn't supposed to be like that. I really, really wish I can trust my parents again. It's hard on me, I cannot lie. But by God's grace, I know that everything is going to be okay. And to be honest, sometimes when I start having this kind of feelings and feeling so much hurt in my heart, I start wondering if I really forgive them. But according to me, I know that I've forgiven them. I pray for them day and night and asking the Lord to forgive them and give them, you know, salvation and help them go out of their sinful ways, especially because I know that they are not living a holy life. I pray for them. But when these feelings kick in, these emotions, I feel so broken, and I wish they were there for me. I wish they were a safe place for me. I wish I could go and tell mom that, mom, this is what is happening. It's like this and this and that. Though I didn't have problems with my mom, like direct problems with my mom, I had problems with her because of her toxic behaviors. She wasn't a welcoming person. She wasn't an approachable person. You understand what I mean? Now I really wish I had close relationship with them. I long for a close relationship with them. I don't know how to explain this, but only God knows how my heart longs for them. I don't want to be feeling like I'm an orphan, yet both of my parents are still alive. Because sometimes I feel like I'm an orphan. It's like I am alone, though they're still alive. I'm even learning to speak to my siblings, since what happened at home actually separated us as siblings. It's like some siblings went on my mom's side, others on my dad's side. It was terrible. But now, of course, we know that the devil caused all this division and all these tensions. And I'm honestly learning to build a healthy relationship with my parents and my siblings. So if you are going through that, or if you are someone who is going through that, please leave a comment down below and just let me know how was your healing experience. I will see you in the next video. Come, baby.